liked, I did not see you there. My name is Ben, and I hope you're having a great day today. For me, it's always a great day when I can dive into a good book, like The Night Fairy by Laura Amy Schlitz. This is my favorite book of all time. Like most books. Here's the Winnie Palmer Pond. I thought this would be a perfect place for a fairy story. There's a fairy named Flory. She's a night fairy. She roams at night. She was born a little before midnight when the moon was full. Her enemies are bats and anything that roams the night and eats small animals. Inside of the story, people learn that fairies are not very good mothers. So fairies have to go off on their own after just a few weeks. It's really crazy how fairies can act. You always think of them as beautiful little things, but they're not very good at being mothers. While Flory is only a few months old, there was a bat that swooped down on her thinking that she was a lunar moth and was trying to scrunch her up and eat her. It scrunched up her wings. Poor Flory. Now she had no wings. They were ripped off and she was falling through the air. Come on, wings, do it. She didn't know that she had lost her wings. She fell into a cherry tree in a giantess garden. Fairies think humans are giants. It's really a human's garden. But as she was falling, she thought, oh man, I'll really miss my wings. She landed in a cherry blossom and snuggled up against the cold. She had never known pain. After a while, Flory realized a little box that hung in the tree. It looked like the perfect size for her. They might be for birds, but Flory thought they were for fairies. So she climbed inside. It was perfect for her. She slept on her side. Fairies don't sleep on their backs because of their wings. Over the summer, Flory got so interested in the garden she decided to live there. She learned how flowers bloomed, she learned how birds chirped, and was even able to make some of the calls. She was able to learn flower spells and a stinging spell, she called one of them. It was when she said bad words and then it hurt her enemies. One day, there was a squirrel that was so hungry it tried to eat her, but it kept on coming back. Again and again and again. Flory just kept on stinging. What was she going to do? Later, she was calling the squirrel names to get away from her. The squirrel told her that he was just hungry, really hungry. Will the squirrel just eat Flory, or will Flory attack him forever? Read the story to find out. I really like how exciting Flory was, and she was just like a courageous person all the time. I just think that the setting is so perfect. She landed in a giant's garden, which is actually a human's garden, and all sorts of stuff. I really like fairy books and adventure books and fantasy books, but this is a book especially just about fairies and animals and stuff, and you can learn quite a bit from it. If you have a little kid, you would probably want to read it with them because it's kind of hard to read, but little kids would, especially maybe 6, 7, 8, and 9-year-olds, those children would really love this book. It's just a perfect little book for kids. I would really recommend this book. I would rate this book 8.7. It's just so good. When I was walking in this place a little, I was walking near the pond and stuff, and there are huge cattails over there, which are not real. Me and my dad thought they were real. They're not. Those are metal, I think. I was just walking around. I haven't been here since I was 5. There's a sandbox over there and stuff, and then there's what we call the magic courtyard. It's like a little circle area with a stone and a tree and all sorts of stuff, and it just reminds me of home with fairies and adventure. Here at Winnie Palmer, there are also some little fairy houses, people call them. They're doors on the trees. You never know. Read this book and go adventure here and find some fairies. Maybe I'll show you one of the fairy houses. This is the little fairy house I was talking about. Look at the door. Maybe Flory lives there. This is one of her wings. This might be a piece of her wing. Now I'm sure Flory lives here.